Hello again, welcome back to our YouTube page. And our main business, other than this beautiful pre-owned luxury luggage that we deal in and have dealt in for 26 years, our primary business is men's clothing. And whilst we've done made to measure or bespoke shirts for the last 26 years with various shirt makers over the year, there is something I think that's overused. Just because it's made to measure doesn't mean to say that it's handmade. Yes, it will be cut by hand and someone will assemble it by hand with the aid of a machine, but the actual handwork, the hand sewing, how much of that is actually in your shirt? Well, we run two made to measure programs, and I refrain from using the word bespoke, because in my book bespoke means drafting a pattern for you, making it up to a fitting, in both tailoring and in shirt making. So we specialise in made to measure, and we run our standard made to measure program, which is hand cut and machined, twin needle felt seams, two-piece collar construction. And then we also run a program out of Italy. This is made to measure, beautiful luxury fabrics by Thomas Mason and the like, twofold hundreds and finer, going right up to twofold 200s. Huge choice of collars, various depths, 3cm, 3.5, 4cm, varying degrees of spread on the collar. Absolutely a huge choice. Three different button downs there, for instance. So you can build your shirt the way you require, and this is a very accurate system. In other words, we base it around try-on shirts. So what often happens with a person's body is there might be a 16.5 collar, but have the body of say a 15. The two just don't go together. Or often you might have somebody who has the body of a 17, a 44 chest and a 38 waist, and he's got this very narrow 15.5 neck. So this is based on trying on a shirt for the body fit and the collar fit, to which we then add however many centimetres to the chest, or reduce the chest, the length, the cuff width and the figuration. And all of these shirts have hand processors in them. So for instance, the shoulders here, all done by hand, all hand sewn. Sleeves put in by hand. You can see the little stitches here. It's quite time consuming. Now, I don't profess that that makes the shirt fit better, but it's a beautiful thing to have. And when people say handmade, it rarely is. It means it might be cut by hand. One other thing on this, and you see on a quality shirt, are what's called single needle seams. So that's just one row of stitching down the seam. Very, very neat, and it irons and presses up well. And then on these, the body seam is offset to the sleeve. So these iron up absolutely beautifully. The buttons are all sewn on by hand in a special stitch called a fleur-de-lis. Hand bar tacking, hand side gussets. And if I show you underneath the collar, you can see that where the bones go into the pockets, it's in Royal Oxford underneath, and a little space for the tie there. That's on a two-piece collar construction. This particular maker, who make for the very top end shops around the world and brands, because you might buy a shirt from, and I won't mention any names, a very top end brand, but they probably don't make shirts. They will make them out in a maker. And this particular maker, they have a great knack of clearing out the front. So when the shirt's on, something I suffer from are these little wrinkles at the side, and however much I drop the collar on the neck, I still seem to get it. But with these, and we've taken one of these to bits and copied it, and never got it quite as good as these, so we just deal with them. Let's make life simple. Or the fronts are always clean. They lay They lay flat across the chest and under the neck with very little, if any, wrinkles. So excited to have these. They're not our entry-level shirts. Our entry-level shirts on made to measure start at 235. These start at 350. I prefer to include the handwork in them. I think if you're at that level, spend the extra 40-50 pounds and have it hand finished. They will even make all the buttonholes by hand for you. They'll completely make the shirt by hand for you if you wish. As I said, that doesn't make it fit any better. It's getting the measure and the figuration right the first time. And by having tri-shirts, that helps us to gauge how tight you want it, how loose you want it, how it falls on your body. And it's a very accurate way of doing it. So that's our new Made to Measure shirt program. And if you like embroidery, that's all possible. This is machine embroidery, this is hand embroidery. So there is a choice there. Do you want somebody to sit and stitch your initials by hand? It's possible. If you want to save some money and have it done by machine, also possible. Huge choice of buttons. And then with all these collars, there's then a huge choice of cuffs. You know, front mitered, back mitered, rounded, double back rounded. They're all there. So do come and have a look, and we will look forward to showing you these soon, as well as our other program of Made to Measure and our ready-to-wear shirts. We also do ready-to-wear shirts by these people, and same amount of handwork. It's just a stock size. But if you were 6'7" or you were only 5'4" or whatever, and you need it building for you, or you have a particular idea that you want to see, then we can do it through this or indeed our other program. And we have a large range of ready-to-wear shirts as well.